Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to have a young budding expert with us in HR. Right now, we have with us Bhargav Sathuvalli. He says he's a budding HR expert, so let's see what his expertise is. Over to you, Bhargav.
Thank you, sir, first of all, for giving this opportunity. And I have done a lot of introspection about myself for this call as well. That's a good thing, which helped me for this exclusively for this call. So, as you mentioned, yes, I'm Bhargav Sathuvalli, and I'm from a place where national anthem has been tuned by great Rabindranath Tagore, that is Madhanapalli, located in Andhra Pradesh. Till my 10th standard and my 11th and 12th, I have completed at my hometown only. My schooling was there, happened in Chaitanya Bharati English Medium High School, and my 11th and 12th at Krishna Reddy Siddhartha Junior College. And basically, based on my 12th marks, I got a merit basis at my engineering admission at Shastra University, Tanjavur. So I moved from my hometown in Andhra Pradesh to Tamil Nadu for my bachelor's degree. So I have done my bachelor's in chemical engineering, and also I have done my MBA. And MBA I have done from Alliance University in Bangalore, and it's one of the oldest universities, and I can say 25 plus years old. And I have done my specialization in organizational behavior and human resource management over there. It's a 2-year full-time MBA course. And yes, before MBA, I have three. I mean, like I work for three companies, and post MBA, now currently I'm working in one of. I mean, I work for a couple of companies, and yes, currently I'm working for at Accenture. It's a global role in talent planning and operations. I can say workforce management for Norway, Finland, Denmark, and Sweden. These four countries, in terms of how much is the manpower requirement, in terms of number crunching exclusively in HR data, trying to understand what data speaks and how the strategies needs to be developed or there, and providing those insights to the leadership team or there who sits in these four countries. So yes, this is a small intro about my academics and the journey. Yeah.
But the last part is actually quite amazing. You-
Yeah,
because you are analyzing four Nordic countries' data for an
exactly.
American company sitting in India.
Exactly.
This is globalization.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even my parents look at me, and then like, I mean, like a lot of people are there from the different diversified backgrounds, and my mom always says like, where is the Indians over there? I said like, now we can work for some of the roles anywhere in this globe. And this the beauty of this role is also it's a global role since long time at Accenture. A lot of learnings as well in terms of the culture wise, in terms of understanding, in terms of work life balance, in terms of having knowing about the people. Yeah, that's one of the good aspects over here. Yeah.
But Accenture is doing it for whom?
Um,
Who's the
so
ultimate
basically,
client?
I do it only internal, not for the clients and all.
Yeah.
So I try to understand what is the existing manpower who are working for the clients. What are
Hmm.
the skill sets available? I mean, we're possessing by those individuals, and what are the upcoming or the future skills? And then what is the manpower existing? What is the gap over there? And how the attrition is going on? How in terms of the macroeconomic conditions over there, in terms of the like how the market in terms of what kind of projects we are having in the pipeline and where we are going to get the deals, and we have the right resources over there. And then also in terms of the, like as you mentioned, sitting over here and working for those abroad countries, like similarly understanding the people who are working from the different locations for that particular country, how the cost optimization. So a lot of factors are involved, but in a nutshell, it goes around in terms of the numbers and how I influence, or I can say how I interpret the numbers and provide the storytelling using those things, and how the decisions has to be taken care of that. So that's one thing. But basically, my professional journey was totally different. So
So please go ahead with that. Please go ahead with
yeah,
that.
Yeah, so post my engineering, I got placed in a company called SHV Energy Private Limited. It's a Netherlands-based company. I worked at Hyderabad for 4.5 years almost, and this is the first company for me at the age of 20. I got placed at college, and then it's I always feel blessed because the first company where I have worked, I learned a lot from my leaders, and as well as it gave me an exposure of about being an analytical thinking more into engineering aspects, coming to the corporate world, and where first in the introduction, I mean, like graduate engineer trainee, I joined where I was plugged in different departments and try to understand what's happening. And fortunately, the first and the luckiest part is I was in sales and I was in the market. I tried to understand the customers, what is the pulse of those, and post sales, what how to retain the customers and all. So the first 1 year was in terms of understanding the overall the organization, different departments, and after that I got opportunity in the within the same organization to work with the Center of Excellence team again in Hyderabad, where I was handling main into project management areas and in terms of the some of the innovative innovation in terms of like new products launched for the organization, and exclusively some sustainability related aspects like solar and those kind of things. But HR areas, as I said, like this is a mid-scale organization, multiple hats I used to wear. So in terms of the HR learning and development modules, in a very layman wordings, how do people understand what exactly LPGs or oil and gas sector, what we do the business, or otherwise in terms of campus hiring or there or conducting the training programs for the new heights, mentoring them or there in terms of how to utilize or there the gap or the corporate and the campus. Or so for the first 4.5 years my journey was like very it was very good and I learned a lot, and I was reporting directly to the head of the department. So there it was like a lot learnings wise, and I was in a comfort zone, and somewhere I felt I got opportunity to work with another company called in a contractual role in Dubai. So it's a again oil and gas sector where I was handling. It was a short stint of 1 year in a contractual role, more into plant operations and admin. So I was handling the diversified work. I mean, again the people, but it's a blue collar employees. A lot of change in terms of like working within the corporate setup with a center of excellence team
Yeah,
for 4.5 years, and then moving to Dubai and the blue collar employees who are from Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and was a workforce somewhere around 67 people. I was directly and indirectly who are reporting to me. It was a different experience altogether in terms of like it was totally learning wise in terms of how to handle the people over there, and the literacy also plays a very important role, working with the leadership team and giving them the inputs and how to take it forward and all. And coming back in this area, I can say more in terms of the humans, excluding the blue collar employees, the exposure I got it over there was tremendous. So again, it was a contractual role, and I moved to the as I mentioned before, MBA, three companies all on contractual basis. The third company was the L&T, Larsen and Chubro. Again, the it was a 1 year FT full fixed term contract over there. But in L&T, I was working for the Saudi Aramco for the project management role. So, but one thing was there in my mind when I was doing my, working with L&T, that MBA is something which was always there in my mind. And COVID was also at the time 2020. So after almost like 5 years, 11 months, 6 years of experience, then somewhere it was like, hitting in my head, like I have to do my MBA, and
yeah,
ये regret नहीं होना कि future में किया हुआ तो I would have had. So
yeah,
everyone that was going on, and somewhere I felt like, okay, let me complete my 1 year contract at L&T. And during the time I prepared for NMAT exam, and one of like how CAT ZAT similar manner with a short span of time, that was the exam which I have given. I scored 90 percentile, and then based on that I got into Alliance University there, and I have done my MBA. And post MBA, I worked as a consultant for a couple of companies. It's a very short projects in terms of HR areas. Like Amicop is one company where HRIS, Zoho, whatever they are using, I need to do some improvisation in those processes and all. So that's one thing. And a startup also I worked for 6 months. It was during my fourth year itself. Again, it's a HRBP role. It was a very good exposure in terms of you have to learn, you have to fail, you have to make your hands dirty, and then whatever you want, you get the output. So the output was, I mean, like learning wise, it was a different in the startup. So for these things, and then post the Amicop, I mean, like I was a consultant, it was a 3 months contract, and when it's about to complete, I got the opportunity at Accenture. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's something which I am looking at in terms of like HR analytics or transformation or AI related areas of HR. So luckily, I got this opportunity at Accenture, and yeah, that's about my professional journey over there. Yeah.
It's very interesting. This is modern India. You, in our times, you got one job and you stuck to it. Okay.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
That was
Sometimes I get that feeling when you get a house and you want to be in a city. I think we need to stay over there for the lifelong.
yeah.
Sometimes that ifs and buts always there. Yeah.
But where are you now? Which city?
Currently, I am at Bangalore only.
Okay, you
So
shifted
it's
to Bangalore.
Bangalore. Yeah. So I stay at Kormangla, Bangalore, just near to our HR building of Accenture. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Better to stay near it so that you don't get stuck in the traffic.
Absolutely, sir. I agree with you.
One of my friends used to go there from the US for work, and I asked him,
Okay.
how do you cope with the traffic? He said, what I do is I have meetings in one part of the town, then I stay in
Okay.
the hotel there.
That's a good
And
option.
2 days later, I have meetings in the other part of town, then I
Better
shift
to
to a
share.
hotel there.
Perfect.
Okay, so how do you, okay, so you are obviously well settled, well off, you've had good jobs and you've done well
Mm,
financially and intellectually and so on. So what do you think is the, or something that you really feel that you have achieved, which has made you feel like, look, this is worth doing?
okay. Okay. So actually, I have a lot, but keep it simple. Three things I always feel, that happiness or proud of myself, which again, like consistency and hard work and smart work, which I always believe in that. One is about the scholarships. I studied my 11th and 12th on 100% scholarship, and
Yeah.
my engineering also. I was 3 years consistently the dean's lister, where part of my semester fees was cut out, and also the MBA, where again, based on certain terms and conditions about my performance and all, even the INR of 3.25 lakhs, which is I mean the concession or the fee scholarship was awarded. So that's something which I'm basically a gold medalist as well in MBA stream. And the second part, in terms of like the first company where I was working, a lot of support from the leaders also was there, where I learned a lot. At the same time, I executed also without any sort of any ifs and buts. So where I received the best employee, that is second thing, which for 3 years consistently in the top 5-10% in the range of the whole the company. And the third is on the recent one. It's a Zombie 30 under 30 HR 30 under 30. So basically, I was, though I'm part of, like I can say, like Thai 2 college only, but some way the competition was about the alumni of the different colleges from XLRIs, TIS, IIMs, and all, who are from the HR background and who are currently working in the different organizations. We were part of that, and it was a almost like 16 weeks competition was held, and 500 folks of different HRs from different companies were part of it. And somewhere the 16 weeks the competition, and then making them grilling over their round after the round, and finally 100 under 30 was something very big. And within that 100 under 30, 30 under 30 was finalized, and I was one among the 30 under 30 winner. So that made me, yes, I have the potential, and the, I mean, I just need to little more increase my confidence level in terms of the market. So that's somewhere recent one, that 16 weeks of hard work, and competing with the IIMs, alumni, and HR folks from the different companies, and from that 500, 400 cohort cohort to 30, and finally winner of the 30 under 30. So that's something which may, I mean, these three things are like, yeah, the effort and
Yeah,
consistency and the
yeah,
hard work has
yeah.
given.
Well, it's certainly very impressive. You said, where did you grow up? I missed I don't remember exactly.
Okay, so it's a place called Madhanapalli. You know Jiddu Krishnamurti.
Yeah,
So yeah, so near to our place, his house, like now currently is a library over there.
it's
So
a
it's
small
in
place.
Andhra Pradesh.
It's a
It's a
small
very
place.
small, yeah, small
Mm,
village.
mm.
So like Rabindranath Tagore also has tuned the Janaganamana over there only under a neem tree.
Oh,
So it's yeah, Besant Theosophical Society.
I see.
It's near to
Okay.
my home.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
Andhra
All right.
Pradesh only. Yeah.
So yeah, but you made your way from there to big, Nordic countries, UAE and all. It's quite a
Yeah,
journey. I must say it's very interesting how young people in India can experience so much in such a short period of time.
yeah.
Everything is open these days, it seems. What do you think?
Agreed, sir. But there should be always some sort of a support also, I have to say. Where in my case, like my mom is my biggest support, and my brother also, like parents or someone. Like my mom is a teacher, basically. I mean, she's right now retired. But she always made us, upbringing was a totally different, a lot of organized way you need to be. If just want to keep it very simple, like, one thing she always, when I was in Hyderabad and she visited over there, and she was saying to me, I told her like I'll go a little late today to office because you came over here. She said to me like, महीने में 30 दिन है, 30 days are there. If you go 29 days on time or before time, but you are going that one day late, people will remember that one particular
Yeah,
day. Why do you want to give a chance for that particular day?
yeah,
So somehow, my mom's upbringing is very, I don't say strict, it should be punctual, and she was also awarded the best teacher in a couple of times from the government of Andhra Pradesh, like
yeah.
I mean government school. So somewhere I think those I don't say genes, but those kind of small activities or the things or the home made me right now in terms of to feel, okay, or comfort or there in terms of doing the things on my own. So yes, the parent support and my father also at the same time, you may fail, जीतेगा नहीं जीतेगा ठीक है, but don't give that, I said, like, that regret should not be there, like, you would have had. So somehow those things made me like, okay, let me go for this. I got opportunity outside at 24 years of age. Okay, go ahead and you can do it. And so yeah, parent support, and my brother's support is something which, I have that, the tick of everything to go ahead, and the trust what they have built on me. Yeah.
But you delivered, no? You delivered.
Yeah.
It's not that they trusted you in a wrong way. You delivered.
Yeah.
I mean, as
Yeah,
gold
yeah.
gold
Uh,
medalist, I mean, what more do parents want?
I mean, they have never, keep the expectations or hopes,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, you are giving your best output. That's secondary, but that's the way, somehow, that made me like, okay, let me try, let me go, yeah, do it. Hmm.
Okay. What else do you want to add here?
Particularly nothing, sir. I mean, like as I mentioned over there, yeah, support, in the some. I mean, like the environment also in terms of the workplace. If I want to say that also plays a very important role in terms of, support wise or learning wise, or in terms of, knowing the things. Peers also, I personally feel, plays a very vital role in terms of your growth. So that was happened in my first organization, where, all have done from good institutes like IIMs and IITs and abroad, NC Business School, couple of, folks. So where I learned a lot from them. I mean, like apart from the things which I do in my personal things, but apart from that, in terms of professional, also networking also plays a very important role. I mean, played a very important role till now. So yes, I get in touch with all those people and then try to learn from them. So something that which is making me, I don't have that, like, okay, Gen Z, I don't want to ask, or someone who is very less or experienced. No, it's okay, fine. If they know something which I don't know, let me go ahead and let me learn from them. That exploratory mindset is much required.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you find life in outside Andhra, in this Bengaluru? How do you find it?
Okay, so most of the time, I don't say I'm a nerd or a bookworm, but even I too enjoy a lot of old music, Muhammad Rafi songs, or in South also we have Ace Das and a lot of people over there. So in terms of that music wise, somewhere I spend a lot of time in terms of listening and all. And I'm like childhood, it was more in terms of playing or the street play, or I can say we used to have, but now. Uh, where I engage a lot in terms of the NGO activities. So where, for example, like coordination for the blind kids for the chess competitions, or otherwise in terms of the tree plantation over there. Or currently, I'm tied up with eVidya Loka, where the rural kids wants to know about what is AI, what exactly going on, and how is going to be the future, something on that. So teaching is something makes me more happy, might be because of my mom's, or no, that sort of a little is there in my this thing. So a lot of time my juniors and my learnings, or in terms of mentoring, it goes my time apart from my regular work. And as I mentioned, music is something which is always it's very makes me happy also whenever I'm low or high. So I'm also part of DEIB, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion and Belongingness ally group. So, and also the mental health ally. So some of the times people wants to connect and talk to me, which
Hmm,
is currently a lot of people are facing in terms of
hmm,
loneliness, or
hmm,
so those areas or something which I'm
hmm.
exploring it. I'm not someone who guides or advises, but at least having empathetic listening is what people expects over there. So yeah, this way, apart from the work, it goes for me. Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you, what tips do you have for young people?
uh, Young people, in terms of HR, if I want to say, like as birding, as you mentioned also, one is HR is more. Previously, people used to think like silos or something, or they have given a task and you're doing. It's very important to understand the business. Three things if I want to say again over here.
Yeah.
One is in terms of like understand the business. How to partnering with the business is very important for the HR. For example, someone said like leaders came and told you like you have to recruit 100 people for the next 1 year. Don't just go on blindly start doing it. Try to
Hmm,
understand. We
hmm,
talked in the town hall, we are going automation, we are doing XYZ things. Why do we need 100 over here? If we are going more into automation or semi automation, we may need 20, 60 or 50. Try to understand what is the reason for that. Is the attrition is going high, or in terms of the business is expanding, or there. Try to know, and then if you understand the business, then you will give more advisory insights. That's one thing. Second thing,
hmm.
or there, which I'm currently experiencing also, there is no more intuition or the gut feeling. Very rarely those things comes. Now everything plays in terms of data only.
Yeah.
So yes, so understand what data is speaking, what kind of decisions you want to take.
Hmm,
Most of the HRs have that phobia of numbers.
hmm,
Little this thing, but yes, try to understand what is the inference or there with those, whatever might be basic statistical regression or whatever we do it. So that's one thing which I want to say in terms of the data. How do you can take a decision so there, because a lot of changes I have seen in the last 3 4 years, where whatever the work I have done, we might think that XYZ policy is good for the employees, but actually when we look at the historical data, no one have utilized those activities, and but we are paying a lot to the vendors. So data plays a very important role. Second thing, and third is understand how each area of the HR is getting linked with the technology. So I learned from my couple of CHROs and leaders. They always says to me one thing about the principle of EAT, EAT, EAT. So basically, it is in terms of like E stands for embrace the technology. What are you don't need to know about the coding and all, but what exactly, what is like small thing like Gen AI, what it's going to be, how is it going to be helpful. So E stands for embrace the technology, and A adapt the change, because now it's been for me 2 years. I have seen how rapidly the current organization now where I'm working is going on in terms of, so adapt to the change is something very important. And T stands for always, like, think always with data. When you get some problem, what kind of data you can get it, and then you can try to solve it out. So these things are the basic one which I want to say to the young or anyone, I mean, like, part of the HR. So partnering with the business, and how you are utilizing the data, and you are getting the decision making. And finally, the technology part, whatever the area, how the technology is getting, I mean, leveraged in those. It might be fully or semi or even not yet started. So yeah, that's what. uh, Sir, you're on
Okay.
mute, I
Yeah, I'm
think.
mute. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Bhargav. It's very good. I mean, I'm very happy to hear that you are doing well and you know exactly what you are supposed to do. And adapting
Yeah,
is the main thing. In I think to young people, I would say that today adaptation is critical.
exactly.
It
Hmm.
wasn't
Hmm.
there. You don't ask your grandparents because they didn't have to adapt.
I mean, even they are actually, to be frankly to say, if we are little supportive to them, I mean,
Yeah,
my
you have to be
mom, I can,
supportive. Yeah,
yeah, 65 now, I can see whichever the app she wants, she downloads it. She explains to her colleagues,
yeah.
WhatsApp
But
group
she's a
she creates, very
teacher. No,
basic.
that's very
Yeah,
different. She's a teacher.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Teachers are
yeah.
different. You know what? I am a teacher, so I know how teachers are. They will
Okay.
adapt. Okay. They will adapt.
Exactly.
But the young
Yeah.
people, they need to be very adaptive. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add here?
Nothing, sir. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Mhm.
we have a feature called the final word.
Okay.
Final word. What's your message to the world?
Um, so in terms of, I can say what I follow the principle, in terms of, like I told you about the HR. Personal wise, I follow the principle. There is nothing called overnight success. It's all about the hard work, consistency, and smart work. Smart work is something, if you don't know, approach people, talk to people, ask them, try to get the things done. And then that might be, I mean, no need to think about the output, things will fall in place. So that's what I experienced in the last, the journey from my academic side as well as the professional side.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Well, okay. I want to say here that I want to talk to you offline quite a bit
Yeah,
because I have found some things that you are saying very interesting, and
yeah,
I want to discuss how you can work on those things um,
sure.
with me or with other groups. I think it'll be
Yeah,
very helpful. So I just want to record it here that
uh,
I'm not basing it on anything except what you said. Just listening to you.
yeah.
My job is to listen, and
Mhm.
many people think it's just a monologue with one person, but it's not because I'm listening. I'm not just
Exactly,
listening,
exactly.
I'm also reacting to it. I don't want
Thing.
to react here. I want to
Yeah,
react offline with you. But let me
yeah,
record it here so that, you know, it's a very interesting way you have of discussing things and talking about things and your interest in actually doing something. So let's talk in detail offline. So hang
sure,
on
sir.
there. And for the moment, let's end the recording here. Let's say
Sure,
bye to all the viewers, and I'll be back with a young
sure.
person or an expert like Bhargav. Till then,
Sh-
bye everybody.